Hey busy people, you need to stretch. It's an extremely important part of your fitness regimen, but I know that we all don't have a lot of time for it. So today I am showing you a bedtime stretch routine. I'm Sara Haley, and as a busy mom of two, I'm constantly trying to balance what I love, my career's passions and interests, with who I love, my friends and family. Here are some of my tips and tricks for keeping life healthy, fit, and fun while trying to balance it all. So for this bedtime stretch routine, you will need your bed, and then you also might need some pillows depending on your height and also on your flexibility level. Granted, I'm calling this your bedtime stretch routine, but that doesn't just mean you have to do it in the evening. If you can, and if you would like to, you can also do it in the morning, anytime you're near your bed, really. My mornings are mad chaos, so usually if I get a chance to do this, it's either in the evening or if I have a few minutes to myself in my bedroom. So here's how I'd like you to begin. You could do this routine, all of it in sequence, or you could just choose a few exercises that you like. So I'm going to begin with a chest stretch, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my hand right out in front of me. I'm a little bit lower than chest level. Ideally, if you can get up to chest level, that will help you even more. And then you're going to turn away from your hand. So I have my left hand here. I'm going to walk away from my hand. You may begin to feel a stretch right here. This is amazing for my moms and my dads who are carrying kids all the time, my nursing moms. And I'm going to keep walking. I have to keep going because I've done this stretch a lot. I've really been able to start to open up my chest. You'll feel a stretch in your shoulder as well. And then I'm going to walk myself back. Now if you're doing this in the morning, I really suggest that you do a few reps. It's called dynamic stretching. So I'm going to walk away. I'm going to exhale and breathe for about 2 counts, so 2 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. I try to maybe go a little farther. Inhale again. Exhale, I maybe even try to walk a little farther. And then I come back. Dynamic stretching will really wake up your muscles and help them feel alive and ready to move. A static stretch would be where I just walk and I hold. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does start to put your muscles to sleep. So if you're going to do it that way, I really recommend you do it that way at the end of the day. And you could hold it there for as long as you need to, up to a minute. All right, now I have this whole leg series for you. So I'm decently flexible. I used to be a dancer. I work in fitness, so I'm moving my body all the time. So I actually need all these pillows to really feel the stretch. You may not. You may be able to just go flat on your bed. My back leg, I've walked it all the way in. This is like a modified pigeon stretch if you've ever done one of those. I'm going to keep this leg bent, and I'm actually going to put some pressure not on my kneecap but on my thigh here so that I can really start to get into my glute and my hip and stretch that out. I'm telling you right now, I already feel this stretch. So I can either take my hands to my calf, walk it out onto my pillow, maybe onto the bed, take a deep inhale. As I exhale, that's when I'm going to come down to my foot and breathe through some discomfort. Whew. And then I'm going to walk myself back up because I'm going for a little bit more of a dynamic stretch. Keep this in mind too. If it's painful, you need to stop. If it's discomfort, you can breathe through that. So it takes a little bit of time to try to figure out what is your edge there between the discomfort and the pain. You don't want to push past the discomfort. Okay, here we go. Exhale down. And then come on up. So if you're doing more of the active stretch, I would go for at least 4 to 6 reps. Again, the static, hang out here, hold, breathe through it, have fun. And then come on back up. All right, so from here, that's your modified pigeon. That's working to stretch out my glute back here. So remember, you are going to eventually do both sides. But before I go to the other side, I'm going to add some other stretches. I have an additional hamstring stretch. Again, my back leg is walked in all the way. Your first goal is to straighten your leg. Now, if you're really inflexible, it's okay. You're here, you're doing this, and you're trying to, get past that. So your first goal is going to be to get this leg to straighten. So it might just be you're hinging forward at your hips and you're just breathing here. Okay, I'm going to try to, these are pillows, so you're going to have to work with your pillows a little bit. Flex your toes back to really make sure that you're getting into that hamstring. And again, you might actually hit up that calf depending on how tight you are. And then walking your hands like you did with the pigeon stretch, either down towards your calf or the pillow or the bed, and then relaxing over that leg. Whew. So you may find that as you deepen into the stretch, your knee will start to pop back up. And what I'd love for you to really focus on is thinking of that back of the knee coming into contact with the pillow, or if you're on your bed, and really trying to keep that leg nice and straight. You may have to actually take your toes, flex them back, and then exhale as you dive down towards your leg. Good. And then again, your choice. You can repeat that a few times or just hold. And then my last stretch for you here is an inner thigh stretch, and actually a nice side body or oblique and lat stretch over here. So all I did was I rotated out. So my bottom foot is turned out here, and what sometimes happens is your butt will start to come out behind you. So what I need you to do is kind of engage your entire core, which means pull your navel in, get your tailbone down, get your body lined up. So to stretch in a position that's not right may do more damage than good. So you really want to make sure you're set up nice here. And then, you know, again, walk yourself in a little bit closer to the bed. I'm going to flex these toes back, reaching up and over here. This bottom arm, I'm going to flip the palm up and then reach up. So again, depending on where you're flexible, you might feel the stretch here in your inner thigh. You might feel it more in your side body. I definitely feel it really, really tight here. Again, that has a lot to do with my kids. And then come on back up. And then reach up again. And this time I'm going to try to go a little farther. So notice this bottom arm. I'm going to let that bottom arm reach out farther here, reach up and over here. Now I really actually feel it down this hip as well, and a little bit more in my inner thigh as I dive deeper. And then come on up. So that's my bedtime stretch routine. Again, make sure that you do this exercise on both sides. Choose the exercises that you like, do it as one big routine. And then the other thing I would just mention is put on some awesome relaxing music, maybe your favorite ballads, whatever is gonna kind of get you in the mood to breathe and relax, because these stretches aren't gonna do you much good if you don't really use your inhale and exhale. And remember that you wanna exhale on the part that's difficult or a little bit uncomfortable. That breath will help you ease through that discomfort and get a litlittle farther. So if you have any questions for me, please make sure you leave them in the section below this video. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you want to see more of, because I'll bring it to you. I'm Sara Haley, and I'll see you soon.